What's going on with your mustache?
It makes me look like Hercule, like Mr. Satan.
Yes, exactly. See, that's the part. I'm like, let's go. No, that's awesome.
I'm Mr. Satan. Of Satan City.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Me and my friends used to watch the Japanese version, so we used to call him Mr. Satan, because that's what they call him in the Japanese version.
Oh my gosh, you remember
Mr.
that?
Satan.
Satan.
That's right. Satan-san. It's awesome.
Satan-san.
What's up, my know-it-alls? Well, it is time to do something really unique. We're going to do the recap and review for Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which is a movie I just saw with my good buddy Brandon. Brandon, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. So tell me about your history with Dragon Ball.
Well, growing up, I actually watched the very first season of Dragon Ball, and I had a few good laughs, and it got better over the times. I eventually watched GT, which I would say GT in its finest is probably my favorite.
Sure.
Because that's when you first see, I believe, like Gogeta.
Right. Yeah.
And you get to see big old monkey versions.
I love Ozaru's like the giant Super Saiyan monkey. Oh. Super Saiyan monkey. I had that toy.
Vegeta in his monkey form.
I used to have that toy. It was giant. It was huge. It was great.
Okay, now I'm just jealous.
I know. I gave it to my cousins because they were super Dragon Ball fans also, and so I was like, all right, well here I at the time I was like, I have grown up. Little did I know I would need a set that's bare and literally only has Bardock holding it down. So my cousins, you guys know. I'll happily take my Dragon Ball toys back. But anyways,
I'll buy it
for real.
No, totally. Stock
for real. Okay, so we went to the theater. We saw it in IMAX, which was massive. Imagine Dragon Ball wall to ceiling, like just floor to ceiling, a whole thing. It was amazing.
There was a little bit too much left.
Right? I was like, wow, dude. Oh my gosh.
We're like, holy crap.
Yeah, dude. It's too... Okay, so the short version. Listen, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. Go see the movie. Seriously. Otherwise, why are you watching this?
Definitely.
Because we're gonna spoil all of it.
Spoiler alert. We love this movie.
That's right. So the one really cool thing I love about the movie is it first thing they do is they take, because obviously we just saw Broly, the movie, the Broly movie, which by the way was amazing. Where does this rank for you compared to the Broly movie?
Well, the fact that I've seen the Broly movie twice.
He's like, it has ahead of me. Go ahead. What do you think?
Don't make fun of me.
No, go ahead. What do you think? I'm not. I'm with you. No, bro, I'm with you totally. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Well, okay, so the Broly movie, you gotta understand that there is another version of Broly that is canon.
Right.
Which, that one I did not like. But I will say, I'm surprisingly saying that this movie topped the Broly movie.
Really?
It went over just a smidge.
Okay. What did it for you?
The transformations.
Dude, the transformations were so dope. Absolutely. No, for sure. Oh, I am totally with you.
Orange Piccolo.
We're diving right in. Orange Piccolo is basically Super Saiyan Piccolo. I joke, I tongue-in-cheek joke, but
it was said in the movie.
It was said in the movie, totally.
It was said in the movie. You can't say anything about that.
For real. No, but it was real. I enjoyed it. When you see him, so what happens is Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are currently training on what's his name, Barris's little planet deal.
Barris.
Yeah, and they're far, far away, and there's a little mistake that happened. Apparently, by the way, Barris has a type. And it's Broly's little cheeky girlfriend who came with him in the movie. And I'm like, the whole theater, when Barris was like checking her out, the whole theater's like, what?
Let's go.
What is this? What's happening? And so they're all kind of, so Barris is trying to be impressed and he's going to cheers for everybody, and they have ice cream because they have leftover ice cream. And Bulma's trying to use the communicator deal because Piccolo's trying to get a hold of her because he's like, we need help because he sees the Red Ribbon gang's back, the Red Ribbon Army.
Hey, yo, Red Ribbon.
Yeah, so apparently the Red Ribbon people had like a guy who was funding everything. They did, so they gave us all these really great flashbacks in terms of telling a story, and it's all stuff we've seen, but done in the style this movie's being done in. So they weren't just showing you footage, it was genuinely redone versions of old stuff, and it looked amazing. So cool. What'd you think?
I would say the fact that they actually brought back the Trunks and
yes!
like the future Trunks with the Frieza.
Yes.
Like what do we call him? Mecha Frieza?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Mecha Frieza that sounds fair.
We're gonna turn this into a Titan match.
Dude.
We'll talk about that in a few.
I know. Oh,
that was cool.
Yeah. No, it was totally cool.
Yeah,
it was super cool to see Trunks in them.
Yeah, like to see like what that would look like in this version.
What he's talking about is that they, so the guy who's trying to talk to the new guy, Dr. Hedo, which is apparently the grandson of Dr. Jiro, he shows him some footage from those encounters, and one of them is because he's trying to sell the guy. Dr. Hedo apparently wants only to do superheroes and Sentai type stuff, which is the heroes and colors and stuff. That's where you get Gamut 1 and 2 and the blue and the red. And so he shows him footage, and it's the stuff from when Trunks showed up and did the wackadoo on Mecha Frieza, and it looked so good. I was like, that's awesome. But yeah, no, they did it really. It was
very impressive.
They're doing such good work. No, for real. I got to tell you, just speaking from a practical standpoint, I wish they'd do more anime in theaters, man. I saw Princess Mononoke in the movies, I saw Broly in the movies, and I saw this in theaters, and these are amazing movies. Like, when's everybody going to get the hint that, hey man, anime puts butts in seats? Seriously. They made I think it opened at $17 million or something. I can double check those numbers, forgive me. But anyways, I think it had a decent opening.
Yeah.
That's good. Give us more. What's wrong with you people? Give us more. Let's
Come on, Toei.
Let's talk about the Dragon Balls for a minute. So they have to get the Dragon Balls together, and apparently we find out some things. One of the things you find out is Bulma has apparently got a team whose only job is to go find the Dragon Balls and bring them. So she's collecting them for emergencies. Why is she really collecting them?
Well, in the Super Broly movie, if you remember what Bulma was wanting.
That's right.
Bulma is still in the mood to get cosmetic surgery. But this time, there's a little extra. And every guy, I'm pretty sure, every guy in that movie theater was like, good Lord.
So apparently, the scene cuts straight to her behind, and I'm like, and everyone in there is like, woo! So anyway, they finally get the Dragon Balls, and they summon the dragon. Piccolo is just like, hey, I want you to open my powers up the way that the old Kami did on Planet Namek, long time ago.
Give me more power.
Right. But there's 2 wishes left, because if you remember, the dragon now, under Dende, gives you 3 wishes. So sure enough,
Dende.
she wants a butt lift, actually, basically, and some age wrinkles taken away. And
not too much, not enough to make you notice.
That's right. She wants it super subtle. So yeah.
I will say, that's even worse than what Frieza wanted.
It totally is.
Frieza was like, I just want to grow a little taller.
That's right.
Not enough to be noticed. I'm like,
you want to go? This stuff is brilliant. And by the way, so watching this movie was like watching it with a whole room full of us's, because everybody had that person who at certain moments you would be like, this is what's going on over here. And Brandon, same thing. He keeps going, he's like, this is what's happening over here. So we're like, and everyone in the theater is talking to their friend or but it's like we're watching it with a bunch of friends in our own house, even though it was there at the movie theater, because we were so familiar. And everybody reacted the same way. Everybody was great.
You could tell how many otakus.
Oh yeah, so much. A lot of cosplayers were there too. I was really excited to see some folks. Had a black dude with Super Saiyan hair. Loved it. Very cool contrast. And then there was one young lady who was dressed up as a. Oh my God, what was the anime character? I remember. I know the anime character too. But anyway, everybody looked awesome who was doing the cosplay there at the theater. So good job, you guys. But
Thank
man. No, totally. So what's your favorite part of the movie?
I will say...
Before we criticize, because we are going to do some criticism, but I want to hear your actual... What's your favorite?
Oh, you're definitely... But I will say that between when Goten and Trunks... Now they're older.
Yeah.
When they fused the first time. That whole part with just them.
Yeah.
Every time they showed up on screen, it was just... pure laughter.
So they accidentally because they're older, and Goten kind of telegraphs because he's like, how do we do that thing again? And then they do the dance just a little wrong and get one move wrong, the finger moves, and they become fat Gotens.
I was like, everybody remembers that from the old series. I think it was like Dragon Ball Z that they did that. Yeah. Or something like that.
It was so cool. It was very... And then, of course, his pants rip, so he's got his butt hanging out the whole time.
Not the pants. The back of the pants.
The whole back of the pants.
So you got double chicked up. This dude's...
It's totally
big.
Awesome. Yeah.
And every time,
dude,
like...
It's so great.
Can't I just say, he was sticking... His head was in the ground, but his butt cheeks were just showing.
So true. I love this because for me, this gave me such Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z feels, and by that I just mean they were really quick to. Everybody's in it, other than it's like everyone knows that we've kind of been leaning toward Vegeta and Goku a lot in Dragon Ball Super. So all of a sudden, you now get this. So they give us this movie, and I liked it. It's Piccolo. He finds out this stuff. He knows that Gamma 1 and 2 are super powerful, and he's already experienced stuff. He hears about this super evil like Cell Max, so a new cell that's being invented, and so he goes to get everybody. And literally, it's Krillin with his worthless butt. It's I lie. Krillin gets point. He's the strongest human being on the planet, pure human being. I'm not talking about half breeds. So like Pan and all them. I'm sorry, not Pan. Like
we'll talk about
Pan. Yeah, it's Pan. No,
Pan's fun.
This movie, Pan, is awesome. So it's like 3 years since the end of Dragon Ball Z, I guess, or not Z.
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, S. And so Pan she's a little older. She's training with Piccolo because who else is she gonna train with? She's so cool. The chemistry between her and Piccolo is dope.
She's adorable too.
Yeah. No, she really is. She's awesome. And this whole thing, and it's so funny. So Piccolo he's part of a scheme to kidnap her because he wants to get Gohan back into wanting to fighting shape. And Piccolo like basically tells her, he's like, just go along with it. And sure enough, she does. She's like, oh, I'm so helpless. I'm so helpless. Help me, please. And they're eating it up. It's so funny. And then later on, when she's ready to help, she's like, psh, and she goes and does her thing. I was like, right on, man. No,
can we just say that when the guy pulled the gun on her,
no.
started shooting at her toes.
Yeah, dude.
She was just like moving like, doing like a little shimmy, and like, I was impressed. But then she goes up to the guy, punches him in the gut.
I love it.
Kicks him right into the chest.
Yep.
He falls down. Now he has a pompadour.
Yeah.
That pompadour's sticking up, and he has a car that has a dome for his hair.
I don't know of any more Dragon Ball thing than that, but yes.
That is like hair is big time in this anime.
That's it.
But he literally goes and falls down as soon as he gets knocked out. His hair goes from up and goes.
It totally does. It's great.
It looks like
it's super. It's awesome. I loved it.
It's like his hair just went to sleep.
So real quick, let's go somewhere technical. What did you think of the animation? And by that I mean this is the first time they're using 3D animation style. I'll go first in that there are some places it held up really well, and there are some places where it felt like I was watching a video game cutscene from one of the Dragon Ball games. So I think they fully modeled the characters, but the problem is when you draw them, not every angle is drawn right. So when they do the 3D, yes, certain angles look perfect. But when they look it just looks weird in some other places. A little stiff, and too, if they're talking too long, their hands and arms and stuff felt stiff, like they didn't know what to do with it. But where it excelled was the fighting. Everything looks so visceral, and when they're flying, like because they're all 3D now, the camera can follow everybody's moves. If you have motion sickness, do not watch this movie because it like spins you around, and you really feel like you're flying with them. It was awesome.
It was just like the Broly movie, how they did it where Gogeta got like first person mode.
Yeah.
For just a little bit.
That's awesome.
Broly got it too.
Yeah.
But it was like if you had motion sickness, that wasn't a good thing.
It's gonna be rough. But yeah, man. So what else? Any other things you think we're forgetting? I'm trying to think what else was really just stand out for me. Oh, what are we talking about? So Gamut 1 and 2 are raised to be heroes, and they finally, in the middle of the fight, come to the realization that they were fooled.
They fool a whole 180.
So then the dude who they were working for, with the whatever his name is, he's the head of the Red Ribbon pharmaceutical company. Yeah. He wakes up Cell Max, and it goes off. Cell Max in this movie is basically their version of a Dragon Ball's version of the Hulk. He's just shouting and screaming.
He's too mad to die.
Dude, and he is so OP in that when he starts out. Because like everyone else has to get to that level. He's just there. Man, is he brutal. But then, what happens? Let's talk about the Titan match. Dude.
I felt like I was watching another season of like Attack on Titan.
So awesome.
Piccolo, I don't know if y'all remember, but I think it was like Dragon Ball Z.
No, Dragon Ball. Early
Dragon Ball, because this is when Goku was still small, right?
Yep. And he was King Piccolo at the time.
King Piccolo, how he went big. And just to remind y'all, when people from Planet Namek go big, it's not power.
No, it's just size.
It's just to make you feel like, oh crap, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, he even says, he's like, it's totally
I have no power from this.
Right.
And he's like, it's just for show to make sure, like, to show off that, oh, I'm big and I could probably kill you.
Right.
But it's just scary.
Yeah, dude. So him and Cell Max go literally head-to-head, fisticuff style. Like, they're just swinging on each other. I mean, Cell Max is totally wiping the floor with him. But he's doing his best, and he knows it's because he wants to get Gohan mad and get Gohan, and you get the, and it's so funny. So you want to hear when there was the biggest pop in the theater was as soon as it looks like Piccolo's gonna die or maybe has been killed, and you see the red line go past Gohan's head,
just like Android 16.
That's right. I was like, oh.
I was like the whole time whenever the red line went through, I was like,
everybody was like,
he pulled an Android 16.
Yeah, dude. And he transformed into something brand new, and it was amazing. It was, I don't know what you call it. I'm sure someone else can define it better. He had gray or silver hair, he had red eyes, and his hair was like, it was like when it's Super Saiyan level 2, and then it was a little longer, like a lot longer. But man, he was brutal. It was unreal.
I would say his hair, when we looked at it, I like noticed, I was like, it looks very much like Vegito.
Yeah.
His hair had a little spike going down, but then it went up that way.
Right? It was very cool. And that's so then
Silver fits him perfectly.
Silver does actually fit him pretty awesome. It was pretty dope. It was real.
The fact that he needs his glasses when he's not in Super Saiyan form. That
was so funny.
That part, I was just like, tell Goku.
No, for real. It was really, I enjoyed the heck out of it, man. They set some stuff up for future stuff. I do think they need to work a little bit more on getting that CGI animation, 3D animation style right down with Dragon Ball. Some of the stuff was perfect. So again, it's sort of hit or miss, but overall, I enjoyed it. Okay, so there you go. Now you know. And if knowing is half the battle, you're halfway to being a know-it-all yourself. What is your rating out of 10 for this movie?
Am I allowed to go over? Or
sure,
under?
whatever. No, whatever you do. 10 is the best, but you can if you're like it's a 15, that's totally legit.
I'm about to make a joke. You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's over 9,000.
Absolutely. No, right on. That's a great one. No, it's totally great. I'm going to go. So aside from the animation style, I was down. The storytelling was great.
Oh, yeah.
I liked what they did. It was just the animation. I'm going to go 9 out of 10 only because I feel like the animation could have been a little better, but they go so deep and hard on the member berries. Like everything felt like Dragon Ball. Super did too in a lot of times, but you could always felt like you were in a moving forward conclusion where this really got all the other players involved. We got to see a brand new version of Piccolo. You got to see, of course, the Destructo Disc made a cameo.
Yeah, finally hit.
I was like, right on, man. Arguably the most powerful move in Dragon Ball. If it was only faster, it would be dope. But anyways, yeah, man, I was super excited. That was great. So right on, man. Well, hey, stick around. Let us know what you thought below. I'd love to hear your comments. If you want to see more anime stuff and whatnot, I know for a fact Brandon will be down for coming by and talking some anime in the future. So yeah, man, we'll talk to you soon. Never forget, everyone loves a know-it-all.
See you.